America's Pacific Northwest, with all of its beauty, mountains, rivers, streams. From above, the wilderness is pristine. But the past week, atmospheric rivers have come into this region, with historic rainfall totals and catastrophic damage to not only landscape, but property. Behind me, the Snoqualmie River, about 30 miles to the east of Seattle. This is South Fork, Washington. And the atmospheric river last week just wreaking havoc on this area. This river blew up. It was rushing rapids like people have not seen in this area. We know the 2021 floods were significant. Well, these are actually worse and more widespread, unfortunately. And another round of that rain is about to come in throughout the early stages of this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And a lot of the officials and people here on the ground are very concerned about what these rivers could do, and also landslides.
I think there could be more people displaced. There's going to be more mud to clean up. There's going to be more disruption in our daily lives.
Evacuations and rescues. In fact, up to 100,000 residents in Washington had forced evacuation orders or warnings, with tens of thousands that are displaced.
You know, our water level is all the way up to here down here, so everything's toast. All the appliances, the ducts, the ductwork, everything's gonna get tore out.
Debris that is filled up in the basement, trying to get rid of all the water that we had. We had like 70,000 gallons we had to pump out in a short period of time. But now we're worried that, the next flood isn't predicted to be as high, but the water ground's still saturated, and they're still worried that the levees could still break. So if the floods are not as great as last time, levees break will be a much worse situation for us. So kind of on the fence whether this is even worth it or not doing the cleanup right now.
Mudslides, landslides, and rail washouts. Levees were also at risk of failure in places like Skagit County. We have seen record river levels, some of those cresting at all-time highs, surpassing marks from 1990 in some spots. This new atmospheric river that potentially could bring 10 plus inches in some areas, well, it could resurge rivers and heighten flash flood landslide risks all over western Washington and down into northwestern Oregon. Roads closed in so many areas here in the Pacific Northwest. National Guard on the ground blocking it and trying to keep people safe. Now, all this precipitation coming off the Pacific Ocean, these atmospheric rivers, Pacific just to the west of us. And the hope is, as the days progress this week, that we do not see another deluge of these river systems. In Burlington, Washington, Robert Ray, Fox Weather.